but still waiting for the player to decide. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, we touch on Vitor Roque, Conor Gallagher, and the big case around Atleti and Chelsea, but also Manchester United communicating with some players. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start today's video by mentioning one of the cases of the week, Conor Gallagher, because now is dinner time here in Italy where I am based, and while I'm recording this video we are in crucial stages of the Conor Gallagher story. Basically, what's happening? We know it was an exclusive story earlier this week that Atletico Madrid and Chelsea have an agreement for Conor Gallagher, that the package is something around 40 million euros, so everything is okay between Atletico and Chelsea, but still waiting for the player to decide. Atletico will not wait super long. I told you that Atletico wanted an answer by the end of the weekend, so in the next hours, to understand what Conor Gallagher wants to do. The clubs are in direct communication, the agent of the player is in direct communication with Atletico Madrid board, so there are conversations ongoing, but Atletico Madrid today, Sunday, decided to go to action on another player in the same position, because Atletico Madrid have reached an agreement in principle with Valencia for the talented Spanish midfielder Javi Guerra. Basically what happened is that Atletico Madrid are still waiting for Conor Gallagher to reply, but obviously they are not so happy with all this time of waiting for the player to give the green light, so still keeping the option open while I'm recording this video, but they are waiting any moment for the decision of Conor Gallagher. Meanwhile, they have a verbal agreement with Valencia and with the agent of Javi Guerra, 25 million euros, sell-on clause also included, and so the package for Javi Guerra is ready, but Atletico will only proceed next week to sign Javi Guerra, to sign all the documents, to have the player traveling to Madrid and complete the transfer after Sorloth and after Robin Lenormand, only in case the deal for Conor Gallagher collapses. So he's basically waiting for Conor to make his final decision in the next few hours, otherwise they will go for Javi Guerra. And it's a very busy moment for Atletico Madrid, because we know they are busy with several things. They also spoke to the agent of Julian Alvarez, who is going to be an interesting case of the week, with the agent of the player Fernando Hidalgo in Europe, to have direct conversations with several clubs, starting with Man City, to understand the final price tag to close this deal for Julian Alvarez. And so many things are happening, but the Conor Gallagher story is crucial for Chelsea, because they clearly don't want another case similar to Tony Rudiger or Andreas Christensen, who joined Real Madrid and Barcelona on a free transfer from Chelsea. Chelsea want to avoid this, want to find the solution, and they are pushing for Conor Gallagher to go to Atletico. If he's not going to go to Atletico, it's going to be a really interesting story, because Chelsea absolutely don't want to lose him on a free. So let's see what happens there. Atletico, meanwhile, are ready with Javi Guerra. And it's important to say that there is always movement also at Barcelona, waiting for the case of Dani Olmo, Nico Williams, so crucial days ahead for Barca. Meanwhile, Barça have closed the deal with Girona for Oriol Romeu on loan, and Barca have been informed by the agent of Vitor Roque that he's rejected the second approach from Al Hilal. I already told you a few days ago that Al Hilal last week made a contra-proposal to Vitor Roque. They are looking for a young striker. They had conversation for John Duran at Aston Villa. They are speaking to young strikers. And for Vitor Roque, they started now another approach with the player and his agent. But Vitor Roque, for the second time, said no to Al Hilal, no to the Saudi Pro League proposal, and still keeping his options open. Obviously, Vitor Roque would dream to stay at Barcelona, but if Barcelona will decide to force him out, in that case, he will consider his options. But he's not happy with the proposal from Al Hilal. So at the moment, what I'm hearing is that the deal is currently in total standby between Al Hilal and Vitor Roque, with the player already rejecting two approaches, two contra-proposals from the Saudi side. And so let's see what's going to happen there. In terms of talented strikers, Youssoufa Moukoko still giving full priority to Olympique Marseille. Today we had rumors about other clubs trying to hijack the deal. I'm told that Moukoko wants to go to Olympique Marseille, is giving priority to Olympique Marseille, and so waiting for Marseille to agree on terms with Borussia Dortmund, loan with buy option, and then Moukoko wants to go to Marseille, wants to work with Roberto De Zerbi. So let's wait on that story to be clarified as soon as possible. Borussia Dortmund, also with Füllkrug going to West Ham, are working on Maximilian Bayer as new striker for Nuri Sahin, so work in progress on that one. And then, guys, we have to mention also the situation at Juventus, because Juventus have decided to cut several players from their squad. They want them out. We said about Federico Chiesa on the market, Wojciech Szczesny on the market, Arkadiusz Milik on the market, Weston McKennie on the market, and also Mattia De Sciglio on the market, Artur Melo on the market. Juventus want to change a lot. Also, Filip Kostic is available on the market. Juventus will bid again for Todibo and Kurt Miners, among the top options they have to bring in at the club. But meanwhile, there are many players available on the market. And meanwhile, it's important to mention also that in the next days, movement is expected at Manchester United, because over the weekend, Manchester United, in conversations they had for two players, they've been very clear. They will go try again, bid again for Matthijs de Ligt and for Noussair Mazraoui, after the approaches they already had weeks ago on player side. Because Manchester United have an agreement with Mazraoui, 5-year contract with option, have an agreement with Matthijs de Ligt, 5-year contract with option. Both players want to go to United. We know that, it's very clear. Now Man United are prepared to try again. They told the players via their agent, the same agent, Raffaella Pimenta, that they are prepared to attack again. They are prepared to try again. It's crucial for Wan-Bissaka to leave in order to bring in Noussair Mazraoui in the next days, and they need more movements in terms of outgoings. But Man United will be back. This was the message sent to both players, this was the message sent to the agent, and Bayern are also aware of Manchester United prepared to try again for these two players. So expect movements in the next days for Manchester United on these two cases, and remember that Manchester United also have an agreement with Manu Ugarte, is more than 2 weeks, but in this case the negotiation with Paris Saint-Germain could take more time. Man United also have other names in the list, for example Sofiane Amrabat, but for Ugarte, agreement with the player, Ugarte is waiting for United, waiting for the negotiations with PSG. It takes time because of financial fair play, outgoings are important, so Man United need the balance on all these kind of cases, but over the weekend they've been clear with De Ligt and Mazraoui, ready to try again. So Man United will be busy, Man United are absolutely focused on the market, and also it's going to be important to see what happens with the outgoings, because they are waiting for the final green light also for Wan-Bissaka to West Ham. There is still some work to do, but West Ham next week will try to have a final answer also on the case of Aaron Wan-Bissaka after signing Füllkrug, Crescencio Somerville and Guido Rodriguez, waiting for the contracts to be signed, but in this case, two verbal agreements and Crescencio Somerville already a new West Ham player. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, starting from Man United, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Chelsea, Conor Gallagher, Javi Guerra, and all the other stuff. Guys, I wait for your opinion here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao!